pang, boom, crash. Kiss har gjort det igen för 51:e gången, fast nu mycket bättre än på länge faktiskt. På 70-talet var det smink, skräck och extrem utstyrsel som gällde för Kiss. 1983 lät han sminket rinna av men fortsatte enträget med att göra lättsmält hårdrock. Revenge heter nya plattan och första singeln de släppt från den är då Unholy som ni hörde här. På nyttfödda är de i läderrockar, en skarpare attityd och med en ny trummis sen Eric Carr dog i november 91. Eric Singer heter den nya trummisen. Men jag träffade Paul Stanley och Bruce Kulick när de var här i Sverige förra veckan på ett kort besök. Och de är mäkta stolta över nya plattan, framsprungen ur nyvunnen energi och hårt arbete.
We had to make sure that our finest moments were not behind us. And if it meant working twice as hard, then you have to work twice as hard. But you have to live up to your tradition and to your best. It's not enough to put out very good albums and have people talk about these good albums, but say, oh, I remember Destroyer or Love Gun was so great. Not when you know that you have it in you to make a great album. I think we had to realize that we had worked hard on all the albums we did and we were proud of them, but we suddenly realized we had this renewed energy, and if we worked twice as hard, we could make an album that was maybe twice as good. If you get caught up in that thing of, oh, the good old days, that means that today stinks or it's not good enough. We don't want to talk about the good old days.
Nej, för Kiss är det bara nuet som gäller. Trots att de verkar ha hittat tillbaka till sin gamla goda form. Tung rock'n'roll med en massa humor.
You should take what you do seriously, but it doesn't mean that you can't yourself see humor in things. We've certainly done things in the past where there was a bit of being cheeky, or tongue-in-cheek, and sometimes people don't get it, and that's kind of funny. I remember there was a film in America called the Decline of the Western Civilization, and it was about rock and roll. And I was interviewed in bed with 4 naked blondes or something, and I really did it as a joke. It was like the typical rock star kind of thing that I think is so funny. And you see it in videos, and you see these guys, with all the strippers around them, and they're trying to show everybody how romantic and macho and these big lovers. So I did this absurd interview in bed, and some people thought, what an idiot this guy is. He's got to show everybody he's got girls. There's nothing sadder than somebody who has to tell you that they get laid. Hopefully we all do.
Ja, Kiss driver alltså med hela rockmyten och Paul Stanley med sig själv som den stora älskaren. Men det betyder ju inte att de inte tar sin musik på allvar, för det gör de. Och på den nya plattan har de återigen tagit hjälp av producenten Bob Ezrin som var med att skapa succéalbumet Destroyer från 1976 och den mindre lyckade The Elder som kom 1981. Bob Ezrin, det är en man med pondus och stort musikaliskt kunnande som plockar fram de bästa sidorna hos Kiss.
Bob's very talented. He comes from a very musical background. He plays keyboards very well and knows how to help arrange songs, and he helps bands if your songs need some work. He's very helpful. As you noticed, he's a co-writer on some of the material. But I think it was important for him to kind of make sure that we never compromised on any level. And that meant we did guitars over and over again. We certainly kept improving certain things with arrangements of the songs. Lyrics, some were done right up to the end, right before when we mixed the record. So we never presumed just because we recorded it, well, that was a keeper. We'd always look again. And it was nice to have that kind of somebody objective outside the band, but I think this was certainly for the band the most critical we've ever been of ourselves, and to have somebody like Bob to bounce it off of was a real strength for this record.
Ett kompromisslöst förhållande som verkar fungera enligt gitarristen Bruce Kulick. Nästa år firar Kiss 20-årsjubileum. För från originalet finns ju bara basisten Gene Simmons och så då gitarristen och sångaren Paul Stanley. Men med så många års erfarenhet måste de ju kunna ge råd till andra som vill göra en långlivad karriär. Men det enda råd Paul kan ge är att man alltid måste vara sig själv och lyssna till sin innersta vilja. Med det kan man nå långt.
I think first of all, don't listen to anybody else. If you really believe what you're doing is right, then you do that. Because later, if it doesn't work out, at least you'll be able to say it was your fault. If you listen to somebody else and they're wrong, then you have to beat your head against the wall for changing your mind. So I think the most important thing always is to follow your heart and your gut instinct. So I think the best advice is almost no advice. You know, advice didn't get us where we are. The best advice is listen to yourself.
Kiss, I just wanna. Och vad Paul Stanley nu vill i den här låten kan man ju tolka som man vill. Det låter som en sak, en speciell sak, men visar sig vara en annan när han sjunger hela ordet ut. Mer Kiss blir det i Bang på torsdag kväll.